It's official. The United Kingdom has voted to leave the European Union (EU). Britain spoke overwhelmingly on Thursday and registered their decision to end their over 4-decade relationship with the EU. In an historic referendum, 52% of Britons voted to leave the EU, while 48% voted to remain. The landmark result has also forced the resignation of Prime Minister David Cameron. Mr. Cameron had urged his countrymen to remain in the EU bloc. In an address outside 10 Downing Street, Mr. Cameron made it clear that he was stepping down, noting that fresh leadership was needed.
I fought this campaign in the only way I know how, which is to say directly and passionately what I think and feel, head, heart and soul. I held nothing back. I was absolutely clear about my belief that Britain is stronger, safer and better off inside the European Union. And I made clear the referendum was about this and this alone, not the future of any single politician, including myself. But the British people have made a very clear decision to take a different path. And as such, I think the country requires fresh leadership to take it in this direction. I will do everything I can as Prime Minister to steady the ship over the coming weeks and months. But I do not think it would be right for me to try to be the captain that steers our country to its next destination. This is not a decision I've taken lightly, but I do believe it's in the national interest to have a period of stability and then the new leadership required. There is no need for a precise timetable today, but in my view we should aim to have a new Prime Minister in place by the start of the Conservative Party conference in October.
The UK will depart the EU using Article 50 of the EU's rule book for the first time in history. The decision sent shockwaves through the global economy. However, Mr. Cameron assured that the British economy is still strong.
Across the world, people have been watching the choice that Britain has made. I would reassure those markets and investors that Britain's economy is fundamentally strong. And I would also reassure Brits living in European countries and European citizens living here that there will be no immediate changes in your circumstances. There will be no initial change in the way our people can travel, in the way our goods can move, or the way our services can be sold. We must now prepare for a negotiation with the European Union. This will need to involve the full engagement of the Scottish, Welsh and Northern Ireland governments to ensure that the interests of all parts of our United Kingdom are protected and advanced.
Boris Johnson, the ex-London mayor and a public face of the Leave vote to leave the campaign, is now a front runner to be the next Prime Minister.